Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into a core idea. Law 6, court attention at all cost.
Yeah, it's fundamental, really. The basic idea we found everywhere is, well, if you're invisible, you don't matter. What's unseen counts for nothing.
Counts for nothing. Okay, so our mission here is to unpack the two main ways the sources say you could become like a magnet for attention.
Right. And also, crucially, figure out when to maybe not seek the spotlight, when it becomes dangerous.
Good point. So let's jump into the first method. This is the more aggressive one, using the sensational scandal even.
Definitely. The thinking here is that any kind of notoriety brings power. It's
Yeah.
actually better to be attacked, slandered.
And ignored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum is the classic example, isn't he? The ultimate showman.
He really was. And the story about his mentor, Aaron Turner, that's pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. Turner spread this rumor that Barnum himself was this infamous murderer, Reverend Avery.
Barnum almost got lynched.
Right. But Turner's point was, look at the uproar. That proved, as he put it, all we need to ensure success is notoriety.
Wow. Okay, so Barnum really internalized that. He didn't just accept attacks. He, actively courted them, even writing anonymous bad reviews of his own stuff.
He did. Just to keep his name in the papers. The quality of the attention, good or bad, seemed secondary.
But isn't that playing with fire? How did he stop short of just becoming, someone everyone disguised?
Well, he understood the mechanics of attention. Look at the Brickman hoax. That wasn't exactly scandal.
No, that was just weird.
Totally weird. He hired a guy, serious face, to just walk back and forth, slowly laying down 5 bricks, picking them up, saying nothing.
And crowds gathered just to watch that.
Huge crowds drawn in because it was so bizarre, so inexplicable, and once they were there...
They bought tickets to his museum next door. Clever.
Very. It shows crowds are pulled towards the unusual, the thing they can't quite figure out.
Okay, so that's Barnum using noise, confusion, sensation. But then there's this completely different tactic the sources mention. Creating mystery.
Right, the opposite approach almost. In a world that feels increasingly maybe predictable, something enigmatic has power.
The advice is basically never be too clear about what you're doing or who you are.
And Mata Hari nails this. She wasn't born Mata Hari. She was Margaretha Zell.
Just an ordinary Dutch woman, right?
Pretty much. But she created this whole elaborate exotic story. Javanese princess, sacred Hindu dances, and the story kept changing.
And people couldn't pin her down. They were always trying to interpret her, figure her out.
Exactly. That constant interpretation, that mystery, that's what made her famous and wealthy. Not necessarily her dancing skills or looks compared to others. It was the enigma.
Mystery invites interpretation. And what you can't quite grasp, you can't just consume and forget. It holds power.
It even works in, warfare. Think about Hannibal.
Oh, yeah. The Roman general Fabius had him trapped.
Yeah. Right. So Hannibal, needing to escape, ties burning twigs to oxen horns at night, creates this terrifying sight, thousands of lights moving up a mountain.
Completely inexplicable to the Roman guards.
Totally. They couldn't understand it. It was mysterious and scary, so they panicked and abandoned their posts. Hannibal slipped away.
Okay, but this leads to the big question, the reversal.
Yeah.
When does this go wrong? Because you can go
Well,
wrong.
absolutely. You have to know when to pull back. Mata Hari's mystery made her famous.
But it also made her seem suspicious later on, didn't it? When she was accused of spying, her whole history of lies worked against her.
Fatally so. Her reputation for fabrication made the spy accusation stick. She was executed.
A brutal end. And there's another danger zone, appearing too hungry for the spotlight, especially around powerful people.
Yes, definitely. The Lola Montez example is perfect. She was very skilled at getting attention.
But she miscalculated with Queen Victoria, arriving deliberately late, wearing this bright crimson dress, trying to steal the show.
And the queen just ignored her completely. Prince Albert, too, set the tone for everyone else.
Total social annihilation. She was ruined because she tried to outshine the secure power.
Right. You can't seem desperate for attention, particularly if it challenges the established order. You need to know when to fade back, adapt your strategy.
So it's a constant balancing act, knowing when to be loud, when to be mysterious, and crucially, when to just be quiet.
Precisely.
So, thinking about this for yourself, the sources point out that people feel superior when they can predict someone's actions. It makes you wonder, could that deliberately doing something unexpected, even something seen as ugly or disruptive, could that be a strategy? Like Picasso constantly changing his style so people couldn't get too comfortable.
Keeping them off balance.
Yeah, maybe that constant unpredictability is how you command attention and respect in the long run. Something to think about.